Hi everyone, welcome to my live stream series. So this is a continuing series for my challenge to begin learning yoga. So I've been publishing videos all week to help people learn to do yoga. And today I'm going to do a really quick live stream on how to proactively take care of yourself. So stay tuned. We are going to go over a 4-step plan, 1, 2, 3, 4, to take care of yourself proactively. But first, my name is Erdman-Luntz. For those of you who don't know me, I have been a life coach and yoga educator for 25 plus years. I like to say I started when I was 8, but I wasn't. And I'm really excited about this week is helping people learn yoga, because I don't think yoga is taught from the beginning anymore. I'm sure they're out there, but I have the hardest time finding truly beginner yoga classes. People are getting thrown into vinyasas, thrown into these flow classes where they're just told do down dog, and they peek at that person next to them and copy what they're doing. But there are so many subtleties, and there's so many injuries going on, shoulders, knees. Just yesterday, I had someone who contacted me and said on Facebook, was saying, I can't wait to do your series, but I have an injured knee because I went to a vinyasa class and I injured myself. And I thought, it happens. It happens. We need to learn how to do the yoga pose as well. So it is not too late to join. Go to lauraerdmanluntz.com/yoga challenge. I put the link in the description here. Go out there, grab them, and it's going to stay open. I am going to turn it into an evergreen, something that just keeps going so people can join at any time starting next week. So feel free, jump in. You can download the videos. There are freebies that I've got a practice guide. I've got other good things that are coming out. So I just want to share the love here. And this week, I'm doing a whole series of live streams as part of this. And today it's about self-care, because your yoga practice is about taking care of yourself and making yourself a priority and doing something for yourself to take care of yourself. So let's talk about that. And do me a favor, could you please share this video? If you get value out of it, share it with others. I would love for others to hear more about this. And I'm trying to get the word out about the yoga for sure, and to learn how to learn yoga. And I've been so grateful, all the people who've been sharing it with friends, family, moms, sisters, coworkers, neighbors, getting it out there, which is a fabulous thing. So, and I'm wearing my new shirt today. I know it's backwards. This is my beautiful shirt by Jennifer Gabiola. She puts poetry on shirts. I'm gonna write a blog post about it. I interviewed her about it too, so stay tuned. That's coming out. But let's talk self-care. So here's the thing with self-care. It is one of my greatest challenges. So I am not here sharing this from a place of do what I do because you'll be better for it. This is definitely from a place of I'm working on this too, and I'm working on being much more proactive. What tends to happen is we keep running, we keep doing, we keep putting it out there. And I will say I can definitely speak for working moms, and FYI, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you are a working mom. So FYI. So I'm especially talking to women who are moms, because we just keep going, right? We keep doing things. You know, I have to giggle when my husband gets sick. He'll go to bed and he'll rest. And I'll say, what are you doing? He goes, I'm resting, I'm sick. It's like, well, you're not that sick. And it's like, oh my gosh, what have I said? You know, I'll start to get sick and he'll say, hey, go rest. It's like, no, I'm not that sick yet. I'm not that tired yet. I don't need a nap. I can keep going. If I have do a little yoga, have some fresh air, have a little caffeine, I can keep going. This is about keeping yourself filled up. We usually let ourselves go and go until we're not only empty, but we are running on empty. And I think many of you know exactly what I'm talking about here. Running on empty. I'm telling you, I ran for years on empty, okay? And then reacting, and finally something happens. Something that's big enough to make us say, wait a minute, I need to do something about this. And then we do something to fill ourselves up. But then we usually just fill ourselves up just enough so we can keep going. Not truly filled up and juicy. And that's exactly how I feel. It's like a sponge, right? You know how a damp sponge, but squeezed out so it can absorb stuff, is. It's just like this beautiful receptacle, being able to draw in more, but it's still useful. We can use it to wipe things down. what we do is we become those dried out sponges, and those dried out sponges can hardly absorb. It takes a little bit, right, to get them to absorb. What we want to do is become that damp sponge, not saturated, but damp, so that you can bring in more and your service. You can be of service too. So what that is, I call it extreme self-care. Okay, so you got basic self-care, which is the cup is empty, do something to fill up enough to keep going. Then the cup goes empty, do enough to fill it up to keep going. Extreme self-care is doing something, are you ready? Regardless of whether or not you need it. And I think that's a big shift for people. That's a huge shift for me, okay? Taking care of myself and doing something for myself, even if I don't really need it. And I have a 4-step process for this. The first one is to do something daily. Okay, so what this is a plan for self-care, scheduled in things that you do for yourself. Things that you do for yourself on a regular basis. It's in your calendar. It's in your schedule. And you're going to do it regardless. Now, here's the thing. You do need it. But our tendency is to view self-care, doing things for ourselves, as things that we do only when we're desperate. But this is about doing it and just putting in the routine. Okay? So that daily thing. What can you do every day that helps you feel good, that helps you fill up? Now, let me also add, as I say daily, some people go, you don't know my schedule, Laura, it's so busy. Believe you me, I know your schedule because mine's that busy too. It doesn't have to take long at all. It could be 5 minutes, or it could be changing something you're already doing to make it more fulfilling. One of my favorite things to do is to get my aromatherapy diffuser going in the bathroom in the morning. Oh my gosh. And then I take a shower with that. I brush my teeth. I put on my makeup. I do everything with that aromatherapy going. It totally fills me up. It's no extra time than I would have already done. I'm just changing what I already do to make it more fulfilling. You can also do your yoga. Do one of your 15-minute videos. I know these are super basic videos and they're going to get boring fairly quickly. There's a whole series I have that you can get, and I'll share with you that later in this week, because I really want to encourage you to keep going and learning yoga from the very beginning. And those could be a little bit more fulfilling. These are going to get boring soon. But still, that 15 minutes, right? Don't you feel better? It's only day 2. I've been getting emails already from people saying, thank you. Thank you. I feel better. I've done today's, and I've got a couple people who've already done, or I've done yesterday's, a few people have done today's. It's amazing. A cup of tea in the morning. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to sit with my tea and drink a whole cup. Just sitting there. I'm talking with my family, or reading a book or something just quiet. It takes me about 6 or 7 minutes. I love to do that. Okay, so think of something you can do every day to fill yourself up. Okay, every day. And do it with the intention of filling yourself up. Okay, number 2, find one time each week that you can set aside a good chunk of time, maybe 2 hours, maybe not. We'll talk about what it is, and do something in that time to fill yourself up. Now, I had a client once years ago. She actually inspired me around this. She said, I have this beautiful nature center that's just 5 minutes from my home. It takes 20 minutes to walk the path and 5 minutes home. She said it's a 30-minute, maybe 40 with putting on your shoes and taking them off, a 40-minute time commitment. She said, and I want to do that every day. And when we talked about it, she said, every day just sounds so overwhelming, and that, I have things that come up. I said, what if you did it once a week? Just once a week. Do it, just get out there and go once. She said, I could totally do that. And she started doing it. Within a month, she was doing it 4 times a week. Once she got going, it was easier. But can you commit just once? Maybe it's your yoga class or your chiropractor, or a lunch with a friend. Another client, she had lunch with a friend Wednesday. She said, those people you say, oh my gosh, we should have lunch sometime. She said, I finally committed to doing it. She had a list of 12 friends that she said that to. And she said, let's do lunch on Wednesday with one of them. And she would rotate through all of them. She had lunch every single Wednesday with a friend. And when she was through all of them, she started over from the beginning. Isn't that brilliant? I love that. So what would help you fill up? For me, Mine, I need to have time alone. I don't want to do it with anybody. It's funny, people just assume I'm this huge extrovert because I love to do this kind of thing. I love speaking in front of people, but I'm actually a balanced introvert extrovert. And so I need as much introverted time as I need extroverted time. So whenever I have time off, whenever I need to fill myself up, it's like all by myself. I don't want anyone around. I don't want to talk to anyone. I need to check out. So that's what I like to do. It's not a class. It isn't even a massage or the chiropractor. It's all by myself. No phone, no TV, no computer, no my yoga mat or a bath or whatever, but it's all by myself. Okay? Now, number 3, monthly retreat. And we're going to start doing this. I think I've put this on my schedule, my publication schedule for July, to start doing this as a community. Choosing a day out of the month that you can just fill yourself up. Okay, so I'm talking X that sucker off on your calendar. No appointments. If you love to cook, cook. If you don't cook. If you enjoy doing your dishes, do your dishes. Otherwise, leave them in the sink. This is when you do your massage, or you do your chiropractor, or your pedicure, or your lunch with a friend, or a walk in a beautiful place, or journal, or plan, or whatever it is that fills you up. This is when you do it. Okay? Then, and now if a whole day freaks you out no end, make it an afternoon. A whole afternoon though. I mean, this is more than that weekly thing. This is that bigger chunk of time. I will tell you a whole day is hard for me. This is when it gets hard. I do my daily, I do my weekly really well. The whole day is challenging for me. So I do half a day, but it's a bigger chunk of time. And I will tell you, when I'm saying this out loud publicly, when I finally do this in July, whenever we do it as a community, I think it's July, I'm going to commit to a whole day. I'm doing it. I am doing it. I'm so excited. Okay? Now, last but not least, number 4 is annually you do something bigger, okay, for yourself. I recommend 2 or 3 days all by yourself, spending time filling up, reflecting, journaling, thinking about your life. I like to do it in the span between Christmas and New Year's. I think y'all know where I stand on New Year's Day. Oh, it's my favorite. I just love to enter the new year with all that new energy and that filled up feeling. Okay? So I know it might be harder if you've got small kids, all of that. Put it on your radar as something you would like to do. Sometimes I'll go stay in a hotel. Sometimes I'll go to my parents by myself. But just setting aside time that is my own personal fill-up time is really important. Okay, I hope this has given you all ideas for taking care of yourself. I definitely hope it is giving you the inspiration to do this yoga daily. Remember, it's not too late to join. Laura Erdman-Luntz /yoga challenge. If you are listening to this later, that link should still link you to the challenge. I'm going to set it up as an evergreen after this, so keep going and get yourself going with this challenge. Get yourself going learning yoga. It is a profound way to fill up yourself and take care of yourself. All right, y'all, I hope this inspires you to live your extraordinary life, because you need to be filled up in order to take the steps and to feel like you deserve the extraordinary life that we are all committing and creating. Thanks for joining me, and have a spectacular day.